I'm gonna show you my half price books book haul. But before I show you what I got, I'm gonna show a couple things that Jenny got that I'm gonna read. Um, so she got Roger Daltrey, My Story. That's his autobiography. He's from The Who, and um, yeah, I like musician autobiography, so I'm gonna read that. And I don't know, there's a picture with Paul McCartney in here, so that was pretty cool. Um, and then also, I have this book at my mom's, but it's the hardcover one. But we saw this there, so we got it. It's Linder's Kitchen, and um, it's simple and inspiring recipes for meatless meals. Uh, I've made a couple things out of here already. There's like a lemon loaf cake that I've made before, and I thought it was good. I made it for Paul's 80th birthday in 2022, but if I'm being honest, so cottage crunch casserole does not sound good, but yeah, I'm still gonna make stuff from here. And then next, I got The Big Book of Country Music, a biographical encyclopedia by Richard Carlin. And this was published in 95. So yeah, it's just like an encyclopedia, like cowboy songs, country rock, Cousin Emmy, Countrypolitan. They got Helen Cornelius, Spade Cooley, Earl Thomas Conley, John Conley. He's that one that sings about that domestic life. I wonder if they have John Anderson, actually. I'm going to check real quick. Atkins, A.N. Arnold. They got Eddie Arnold. Liz Anderson, Lynn Anderson, John Anderson. Okay, so he's in this book. But yeah, it's from 1995, and I think country kind of started turning bad in the 90s. So I like this. And then I got Bill C. Malone, Country Music USA Revised. The Los Angeles Times said, considered the definitive history of American country music. This isn't the first edition because it's revised, but from the first edition it said, Nashville Tennessean said, the most accurate, complete, and serious study of country music ever published. Journal of Southern History said, a splendid book, impressively documented and beautifully written. Some reviews from this edition say, it is a book to read, reread, and savored. It's absolutely basic to any collection concerned with popular music. This book was no trivial undertaking. It was born of the historian's painstaking research methodology, but written for you and me to read. He has done something that most readers thought impossible, and that is to actually improve what most of us thought was a perfect book. So this originally was published in 1968. The revised edition came out in 1985. I think I saw online there's a second revised edition. I don't know when that came out. And then there was a 50th anniversary edition from 2018. But this one was published in 1985. And I think it basically ends in the year 1984, which, yeah, I don't know, 80s country I really like, but after that it's kind of for me, so like I think that's kind of a decent spot to end the book at, but someday maybe if I like this I will, this is going to take forever to read, but someday I might get the 50th anniversary edition. Oh, here, I didn't even read the back for the Big Book of Country Music. After 70 years of being overshadowed by rock and roll, pop, and jazz, country music has exploded to the forefront of the American music scene, and this is the ultimate reference book for country music fans. More than 600 entries profile important country music contributors of every stripe, from Fiddle and John Carson to Garth Brooks. Each entry gives their musician's biography, characterizes their style and music contributions, tracks their recording career, and ends up with a list of essential recordings. This indispensable guide covers all the forms of country music: old-time music, brother acts, western swing, bluegrass, honky-tonk, rockabilly, Nashville sound, outlaw country, countrypolitan, country rock, new country, and new roots music. Packed with names, facts, legend, and lore, it is an entertaining and richly informative guide to country music newcomers and old-timers alike. And, what was I gonna say? Yeah, um, I'm a really big fan of country music, as you can tell, if you haven't been able to tell. But, I'm not really a fan of most, like 99% of modern country, as far as, like, I don't know, mid 90s afterwards, but especially 2000s and afterwards. But next I have, I got Haunted. I don't know how to say his name. Chuck Palahniuk. Palahniuk. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know anything about this author. I've just heard countless good things about this. This is gonna sound stupid, but he has a book called Fight Club. I don't know if that's the same, like, famous Fight Club, like with the movie and shit, but I honestly don't know. I feel dumb not knowing, but I've never read Fight Club. I've only seen the movie. But, yeah, I've heard good things about this. It says, it's a novel made up of 23 horrifying, hilarious, and stomach-churning stories. They're told by people who have answered an ad for a writer's retreat and unwittingly joined a survivor-like scenario where the host withholds heat, power, and food. As the storytellers grow more desperate, their tales become more extreme, and the ruthless plot to make themselves the hero of the reality show that will surely be made from their plight. This is one of the most disturbing and outrageous books you'll ever read, one that could come only from the mind of Chuck Palahniuk. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so he is the writer of Fight Club. Like the one that was the movie. Okay, that famous Fight Club. Okay, so now I know. And next, Charles Bukowski, Ham on Rye. So it says, in an age of conformity, Bukowski wrote about the people nobody wanted to be: the ugly, the selfish, the lonely, the mad. That was by The Observer. Bukowski. Charles Bukowski is one of the greatest authors of the 20th century. The autobiographical Ham on Rye is widely considered his finest novel, a classic of American literature. It offers powerful insight into his youth through the prism of his alter ego, Henry Chinaski, who grew up to be the legendary Hank Chinaski of Post Office and Factotum. Yeah, this book was, I believe, his second novel after Post Office. Thrift Books was always sold out of this book, and I know there's other sites to buy it online, and I've been to a couple other half-price books, and they never have this book. Their selections are, like, always so small for him, but it's probably because he's popular, I don't know. But, they finally had it at the one I went to today, and it's basically about, like, his childhood and stuff like that in California. I'm not the biggest fan of the cover, like this picture. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Like, is that Los Angeles? I don't fucking know. But, that's not the worst cover I've seen for it either. But this specific edition, is from... This edition is from 2015. They originally had... there's an edition in 2000 by Canongate Books, which are the same people who did this. It looks like it originally came out in 1982. I'm not exactly sure when he wrote his novels. I think Post Office was 1970, but it sounds weird thinking he went 12 years without another novel, but maybe he did. There's an introduction, copyright 2000, so the introduction's kind of old, I guess, by Roddy Doyle. And yeah, I got that. And then also, I got the Aleister Crowley collection. I don't know. I think he was cool. I think he was kind of like an edgelord, but like, I don't know. He was alright, I guess. I mean, I know he was kind of a piece of shit, but like, I don't know. That's another topic. But it comes with the Diary of a Drug Fiend, the Book of Lies. Then there's the Book of the Law and Liber 777 in one. And then Moonchild, and then there's Clouds Without Water and White Stains. So like, there's like 5 like books, but like there's like 7 in the 5, if that makes sense. But yeah, let's open this bad boy up. It's not opening. And I just like the art. Like there's a little green skull there. And I like these. It's like blue, green, purple, white, and then this is like a lighter purple, or is that red?
It's like a magenta.
Magenta. Oh, they're stuck. I guess I'm not reading this. I'm just kidding. I'll get it someday. Hold on, just give me a second. There's a stain. I thought it was brand new. And I did the there. And there's a stain. Oh, well. Hey, they fell. I don't remember what order they're in. Blue, green. Okay. Here's the Book of the Law and Liber 777. Did I say it 3 times or 4 times? I don't know. Packed with eye-opening insights, this combined volume reveals Aleister Crowley's innermost thoughts on life, as well as the ideology he hoped humanity would come to accept more widely. In the Book of the Law, the self-proclaimed prophet of the occult outlines the key psychology and social principles of Thelema, Crowley's self-founded religious movement. Also included is an edited version of Liber 77, an informative Kabbalistic volume which explores the fascinating magical beliefs that are interwoven with esoteric traditions and mysticism. And then there's this one. This compelling collection of Crowley's poetic works include Cloud Without Water and White Stains. With a mix of biblical verses and intriguing stories, Crowley's poems reveal his unconventional views on religion and romance. Published in 1898, White Stains was one of the famed writer's earliest poetic works about a roller coaster relationship between 2 lovers. Clouds Without Water is an equally engrossing collection of poems that dissects the human experience and the society of which we are a part of. This book will immerse the reader in a world dominated by Crowley's interest in the occult, the esoteric, and rituals of indulgence. Then this one, Crowley himself revealed that the Book of Lies contains the supreme secret of the occult organization Ordo Templi Orientis. Those looking to uncover this hidden mystery will also find many of the famed occultist philosophies on life and spirituality. He shines a light on his exploration of the esoteric and provides readers with some insight into the practices of Freemasonry and Kabbalistic teachings. This often confounding collection of commentary will be rewarding for anyone interested in learning about Kabbalah. It is a book for those who seek guidance from the master of magic himself. It is an unapologetically mystifying glimpse into Crowley's innermost thoughts and ideas. And then trying to decide how I feel about these covers, honestly. Like, a part of me feels like they're cool, but then a part of me feels like they look like some cheap, young adult, scary type story. But, like, I think this one's cool. But, like, the ones with, like, I think they're women on here, like, they just, you know what I mean? And, like, adding a pentagram, like, just feels edgy to me, but, like, it's whatever. They're still good books. Filled with magical realism and conflict in a society guided by magic. Moonchild is Crowley's most popular novel. When Lisa I'm gonna fuck up her name, is manipulated and kidnapped by the magician Cyril Gray, two opposing clans go head to head in a fight for power, set in London, Paris, and Italy. Moonchild is a unique story about forced rituals and mystical philosophy. As ever, Crowley presents a mysterious and unconventional world while attempting to address the thought-provoking question about the nature of life, the balance of power, and the condition of the soul. And then, The Diary of a Drug Fiend. When the charming Sir Peter Pendragon meets Louise Laleham, the two immediately begin a whirlwind relationship, get married, and embark on a frenetic, drug-fueled European adventure. Riddled with depression and desperate to find some direction in life, Sir Peter soon experiences the intoxicating thrills and terrifying dangers of the drug both he and his wife enjoy. Upon their return home, conflict arises as the couple try to abandon their addiction and experiment with magic. Inspired by Crowley's own experience as a drug addict, The Diary of a Drug Fiend is a gripping story about the frenzied pursuits of pleasure and ecstasy, which eventually leads to despair, ruin, and the desire for redemption. I used to have a really cool book that was like this, but it had like more. It was a really thick book. It had more stories in it, but it also included this. I wish I still had it, but I'm glad I got this collection. And finally, I've never had these, but I got Oreo Cakesters. So like Oreos, but they're soft bakes. They're Cakesters. That's my second favorite kind of Cakester. But anyways, that's all for now.